So this is what I've come up with, just to kind of invigorate myself into getting back into writing. I'm just using this, you've seen this often enough, but what I've done in it is I've just put in some images. There's some vellum, just because I had it for when I was doing my book of master lists, which I'll show in this video as well. I just have a calendar, and then it's basically what has been in my A5 planner, but I've done it in this A4. It's probably because I'm getting a bit older, it's just easier to mark things down in an A4, and it's essentially the same. But what I've done is I've given myself a weekly page, and then I've just broken it down into daily pages. So I'll just write down what I want to accomplish for the coming week, and then I've broken it down into different days. I haven't quite set this up as yet. I want to put in word sprint pages as well. So there's that one. That's just an empty section that I haven't done anything with, and some notes at the back. So this is kind of to complete. I need to complete it or finish it. But this other thing I've got here, this is just, it's an old notebook, as you can tell. It's Jack Skellington, and if you've seen in this one, it just has the pages that can come out like that, and I have the actual punch that does this. And what I found is that with old wire-bound notebooks, they actually work with that. All I have to do is line it up, so I punch it once and then I move it in between where it's punched and then punch it again. And this is a great way to use some old wire notebooks. I mean, this is great. I didn't want to, get rid of this one, even though the paper was used up, or most of it. So this is my project notebook. And again, A5 for my old eyes. And it's just been, decorated with some visual stuff. I just love, this is an artist on YouTube that I follow. Okay. And it's just a project thing. So the project, whether it's a novel or novella, the word count, and when I've started it, when I've ended it, and then just a general blurb about it, or any notes that I want, probably a blurb about it. This is my Crystal Quest map thing that I've shown before, and I'll just work out what each one, usually I have these, so each one is about, I think, 1,000. It depends on the word count I'm aiming for, however many these will come up to. And it was just fun to do. It's fun to see it all getting filled up. And then I've just got these papers that are just chapter outlines. Just little quick outlines. And it depends on how many chapters I plan for the novel. And then just some note paper. And then again, we just go on to the next one. Obviously this is more of because I'm planning on doing some horror novellas, or fantasy horror. This was just American McGee's Alice, The Madness Begins, or something like that. And this is just, and I've sort of, got different images up here. But it's the same principle, the project, novel or novella, my word count tracker, and chapter outlines. And that's the same throughout the book. Just I think I've got space for about half a dozen, even though I've only got 5 of these. It is about half a dozen that I've got for it. Because at the back it's just really spare bits and pieces. So that's what I've got for this. And this, yeah, it's really just to try and, I don't know what it is, I've just been in such a lull lately with my writing. So this is to try and reinvigorate my interest. I mean, I've been writing, but just not very much over the past 2 or 3 weeks. So yeah, it just give me a little inspirational boost, as it were, by making up these notebooks that I can just work on, keep track of everything. And I'm especially pleased with this one because I can reuse this notebook cover as many times as I want.